Good evening, everyone. How are we all this evening? Welcome to the stream, and hi to all those who are watching it on playback. See, we got Kieran in the house. How you doing, Kieran? Got steam trains running tonight. It's all steam hold services running on the layout tonight. I thought I would do some painting on the workbench. So I've given these a coat of grey primer. Now I'm going to paint some detail onto them and do some black wash and weathering on them and see how they turn out. These are tunnel portals. Also can be used for bridges. I've got some brick embankments, some stone sheets as well. I'm going to paint up. I think everyone can hear me okay. Hi, Carl. How you doing? So what's everybody been up to since last week? Anything exciting? Hi, Jack. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. So I'm going to start putting some paints out, getting them ready for. So we'll see how this goes tonight. My painting doesn't always go the best. Hi, Lone Wolf. How you doing? Like last week, this is going out on Facebook as well. Ooh, it's a bit running. I have done previous tutorials on this. If you look through my videos, you'll find on the painting, if you want it in more detail. What else we got popping in? Hi, Jerry. How you doing? And we got Hannah Finhani, if I pronounced that right, watching on Facebook. Oh, you got a better phone, have you? What app are you using for editing now, Kieran? Hi, Brian. How you doing this evening, sir? Hi, Norman. How you doing? Good to see you here. How's things stateside, Norman? How's California? So I'll get the camera off my ugly mug and point it down so we can have a look. I hope Tim's not watching in the background. He's much better at painting than I am, even though he claims he's not. I don't know, you just see him do it, smack it on, and he's just magic. So what I'm going to do is just on this arch is I'm going to take some paint and highlight some of the stones. And I'll just take some of it. The weather has been absolutely gorgeous here in Donegal today. It's been really nice and warm. Sun's been shining all day, blue skies. T-shirt weather. I think I've thinned that down a bit too much. We'll go with it for now. I'll see if I can move that camera around in a minute just to get it into a better position. "30 degrees in your shed, huh, Jerry? The tropics of Cavan." Hi, Chris. How you doing? Yeah, they are plaster. They're casts, Norman. No, I've never used ink washes. It's something I'm going to look at because I've seen Tim using it and thought that looks great. As soon as I'm allowed to travel, I will be heading up to Derry, where there's a range where I can go in and see if I can get some. Otherwise, I'm waiting on postal services, and to be honest, something like that, I'd prefer to go and pick it up and actually have a look at the colors. Yeah, Tim just seems to have great results no matter what he does. I'm not too bad, Chris. I can't get to your stream now because your stream sort of clashes with school run and dinner time here in this household. So sometimes I'm there listening in the background but not commenting. Oatmeal raisin cookies. That sounds very healthy, Norman. I just had Weetabix this morning. I'll put my tripod up behind me and see if I can put the webcam on that. Let's see if that, so you can sort of look over my shoulder. Right, bear with me a minute, guys. I'm just going to move the camera. All right, is that a bit better? Peach and raspberry tea. Yeah, it does sound like a prescription. Is it scone or scone? Right, see, I've gone over the portal stones with a grey. Let that dry off, see how it looks. And I'm just going to pick out some of the other stones in some different colors. I did blast this with just some cheap primer I picked up in every time I go into Poundland or Pound Stretchers or somewhere like that. I pick up a can of that. It's usually £1. And just keep a stock of it here. It's great for just putting a base coat on these. Are you trying to cut down on the coffee, are you, Carl? I don't drink tea or coffee. My biggest downfall was Coca-Cola. I would easily drink 2 litres of that a day. But I've cut down on it completely now. I haven't had a Coke for about, I'd say almost a year now. Great thing about doing this is, if at the end of it you don't like the result, you just blow it over with another primer and start again. I haven't got any weathering powders. What I have, last time I was in a model shop, when I was allowed to go in, I picked up some of these Tamiya weathering masters. So I've got some soot on there, and I got some mud and sand on the other one. So I'm going to use them around the top here, for smoke effect and soot from the trains. Hi Heath, how you doing? Oh, a little bit too red. Okay, if you just smear it with your finger, deadens it down, and so gives you a completely different color. Right, so I've got some different grey tones here. Pick up some other stones. I always worry about this when I'm doing it. It's just like, it doesn't look great. But then when you put a black wash over it, it just seems to tie it all together. Also, so I got about 3 different shades of grey. I'm not sure if they actually look any different. Yeah, chalk pastels. I picked up a pack of those in Lidl, and I've been using those, and I've been scraping them off and using the powder off them to do some weathering. That's what I used on, if you've seen the video I done on the buffer stops, I used them, and that actually looked quite effective. Fortunately, my pastels fell down behind my cupboard, so I've got to pull my cupboard out to get them out, which is a big job. So I know where they are. Of course, if my daughter's watching this, she'll be sitting there fuming, going, "Whose pastels?" River brush straight on the block. I'll try that next time. Well, I've completed this week's video. It's scheduled to go out tomorrow at 6. It's on that Metcalf kit I won on Roof Railways, Toby at Roof Railways. I got it there last weekend, so I did a video on it. Not really a how-to on how to assemble the whole thing, but more or less just some tips and tricks and things to do and what you need, and just having a general look at them. So that will be out tomorrow at 6. So I'll give Toby a shout out. Hopefully some more people will go over to his channel. Also gave Timber Surf a bit of a shout out as well, because I referred to one of his vid bits for sharpening. There, I picked out a few stones in various colours. They look a bit goldy and harsh at the moment, but I'll let them dry. And then I'll go over it with a black wash, and that tones them down and pulls them all in together, usually. Yeah, that black hole. Yeah, I seen them go. I was just there reaching for them, and then I thought they're going to fall, and bang, they were gone. I was just like, oh. So that means I have to empty the whole cabinet to pull the cabinet out to get at them. How's the picture this evening, guys? I'm just getting a couple of warnings up saying I got low bandwidth, although I checked my speed before I came on and I had about 50 down and 20 up. Should be ample, but it's probably getting a bit dark out there, so people are returning inside and switching on Netflix. So I've got this, basically just a stone effect wall. Again, it's cast. This one doesn't actually cast particularly well. There's a few air bubbles in it, but I'll highlight a few of the stones again and then go over it with a black wash and just see how it looks. It's actually one of the things that I do not like doing is painting. I just don't. I don't enjoy it, which means when I do it, I rush it, and I probably don't get the best effect. would get if I'd done it properly. I also find it difficult to talk and paint at the same time. My tongue isn't quite hanging out of my mouth to one side yet, but it's getting there. How's all the trains doing? Any of them stopped yet? Yeah, Tim starts, well, not singing, but I don't know, humming. What I've got on there is black, Payne's grey, it's a bit of white, then there's various shades of grey. One's slate grey, one's neutral grey, another one's a mixture of the greys. Got some burnt umber, some raw sienna, I think. Burnt sienna. And then I just randomly mix a few together just to get some different colors and different shades. You know, as it would be in the wild, so to speak, because everything is slightly different colors. But I'm very much for like the 2 foot or 2 meter rule. Or 2 foot rule. You stand back 2 foot, does it look? Does it pass? Most of the time it does. I showed someone my tree that I made the other day. They didn't believe I made it. It's either because it was good or it was that bad. I'm not quite sure. You see there's some different shades of grey, a little bit of burnt umber and burnt sienna mixed together. As I say, when it dries, a bit of black wash over it, covers a multitude of sins. Now this is, oops, sorry, just kicked the tripod. This is more of a brick effect. So I do have some sort of a brick color here, which I'll paint it with, and then I'll again use some reds over different areas to give it different shades. Hi Finbar, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. If I've missed anyone else popping in, I'm sorry, but you know, I'll say hello again. Yeah, I was surprised how the tree turned out because it was my first ever attempt at a tree. Like, I'd made seafoam trees before, but I'd never made a wire tree. And I watched a couple of videos on it, watched Tim's videos, sort of adapted other people's methods and tried it, and it seemed to work quite well. So these the stonework here will be going onto the rear embankment. To be honest, I haven't done any work on the layout this week. Just unfortunately, life is getting busy again, so I don't have much time. But it just gives me more time to think about it, to think what I'm going to do. And I'm looking forward to when things start to open up again and I can get to my local model shop, which, as I've said before, my local model shop is actually in another country. And I need to get up to Whitehead as well to have a look at Drumbo. I got some pictures the other day. They're working on the cab and the bunker. So work is progressing on that. End scale fig tree. So how big's that going to be, Norman? So that's one thing I got wrong with my tree when I made it, is I got the proportions all wrong. I made the trunk far too tall. But this is all about learning. So I'm just painting some grey onto the capping stones and the foundation stones here. Oh, Anthony popped in. Hi, Anthony. Sorry, I missed you popping in there. Hope you're keeping well, sir. You're just home from school, are you? All right, this is some red I made up ages ago. So I'm just going to slap this on. It looks a bit bright. Now, ideally, I probably would have used the airbrush on this just to give a nice even coat. Yeah, here in Drumbo is progressing. No idea when she'll be back. Can't make any plans because here in the Republic of Ireland they haven't allowed construction back yet. They've allowed household construction, but nothing else. So we're still waiting on the work to be done at the station house. I mean, all that needs to be done is the platform built, and then we can get the tracks down. But they can't build the platform until the steels are in for the canopy, and they're not allowed to come and do that yet. Plus the fact, because it was over 2 years since we got awarded the grant for this, some of the prices have changed. So we need to relook at things and move some things around. But we'll get there. There we go. It actually doesn't look too bad like that. I know it's still wet, still drying out, but you can see where the grey primer coat has gone on in different thicknesses over the brick. It's actually affecting the shade of the red, so it looks how a brick wall should look, slightly different colors. Also helps you put the paint on slightly thicker in some places than in others. Oh no, Tim's here. Quick, hide the paints. Well, construction wasn't considered essential. It was only for like road building projects, health projects, that sort of thing was considered essential. They allowed residential housing back only just 2 weeks ago. So the rest of construction we're waiting on. Oh, there's one of the cows is about to die. And it flips onto the side like that. All right, is the connection getting bad, is it, guys? Is it all the pictures are pixelated, or? Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll switch off the other cameras to save the bandwidth. Where was me, guys? Right, switch the cameras off. Is that any better now? Hi, Pete. How you doing? Right, I'm just going to put a black wash on this one. I think it's near enough dry. We'll see how the cameras go. Let me know if it's getting any better or worse. Hi, Paul. How you doing? So this is just a mixture of my homemade thinner, water, and a little bit of black. Hi, Crossways. How you doing? There you go. You can see how the black wash just ties it all together. Takes the some of the more vivid tones out of some of the colors. So I'll just leave that to dry off now. The thing with when you put this black wash on is not to be scared of it. When you first look, you think, oh God, what have I done? But as it dries out, as I say, if you don't like it, just blow another coat of grey over and start again. That red isn't quite dry yet. So I'll have a look through the chat, see what I've missed. Yes, I see Bernie Crossways. Hello to him. Yeah, I know what you mean, Pete. Not feeling like it likely. Sometimes you just don't want to. Oops. Kick the tripod again. Don't forget to hit that like button, please, guys. And subscribe if you're new here, if you like what you see. Or if you've got any questions, stick them in the chat. Got a little blow heater under my desk. I'll just hold it in front of that for a little while to dry it off. Almost there. All right, for this, I've got a whitewash I'll put over it. All right, let's just rub some of this over it and see what it does. Well, it's still a bit wet. It's going a little bit pink, but I'm not too worried about that. The main reason for this is it's got quite deep mortar cracks on here, so you can go in there, fill in the mortar. This is the sort of wall now that would be covered in graffiti. Again, this is just white with water and my homemade thinners. When I was a kid, loved watching the TV program that had a bit of make and do in them. Of course, you guys in the UK would have had Blue Peter. Over here, we had Anything Goes on a Saturday morning with, I can't remember her name now, Mary something or other. And in Ireland, if you shout Mary, half the women would turn around anyway. Yeah, I would say it's the time of the evening. People are getting on the internet. My internet speed's probably dropped off now. White colored toothpaste as mortar. Oh, that's an idea. Might try that. There you are. Oh, and now it's running out the bottom. Now let that dry. It's probably going to take a good while to dry. That wash is quite watered down. Let's have a look at this. It's fairly dry. Now I haven't used the soot on this. I used the, where's the brush gone? I did have a look at these. I thought, you know what? This stuff here just looks like makeup. So I will be raiding my daughter's makeup bags to see what I can find. Can everyone else hear me, or? Hi, Seamus, how you doing? I don't know if anyone else can hear me. If you can hear me, just put something in the comments there for me. My mic says it's working. Okay. So it's just Seamus then. I think what I need on here as well to give it some texture is some actual weathering powders. I don't think that's given a great result. Okay, Seamus, how's things with you anyway? There's a bit of a black there for soot, but I think it could be a lot heavier. So I think I might have to pull that cupboard out and get those pastels out and use some of them. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Norman. Going to all the pound stores, or as you would have it, the dollar stores or the Dollar Tree. What was the other one when I was in Florida I went to? Five Below. That was another great shop for getting bits and pieces in. I remember when we went over there, it was a few years ago now, for do the whole Mickey Mouse thing in Florida. My daughter wanted to go to this. She'd heard about the store on YouTube, Five Below, and she wanted to go. And we were like, oh, it'll be full of... we all came out of there with bags full of stuff. That's right, Seamus. I'm only doing the lives now on Thursday evenings, 7:30 to 8:30. And I've still got trying to get a video out weekly on Friday evenings at 6 p.m. Tomorrow is on some Metcalf kits. This one in particular, which I've put together. I didn't put the bay windows on it or do the stonework at the front because I'm waiting until I put it on the layout. I don't particularly want the bay windows because I probably put them on a straight front. It's quite a nice little kit. Yeah, we were there at Christmas, Norman, so it was actually quite cool. It was quite funny. We were going around in shorts and t-shirts, and the locals were going around with gloves and jackets on, saying it was cold. When we went to the water parks, we practically had the place to ourselves because it was too cold for the locals, even though it was 25 degrees Celsius, which is warm for us. And that was great. We had a great time. We were in the Magic Kingdom for Christmas Day. My God, that was busy. We had our Christmas dinner with Winnie the Pooh. The most expensive meal I have ever bought. And they came out with the check, put it down on the table like that. My missus pulled it over, looked at it, and then just pushed it back towards me. But you know what? It was actually worth every penny. Yeah. You asking how much the meal was, Brian? There was 7 of us, and it was a buffet style meal with Winnie the Pooh in the Crystal Palace, I think it's called, in the Magic Kingdom. And I think it came to just under, with tip and everything, $700. Oh, we had a great time. It's my second time in Florida. Well, my second time at Disney. I've been in Florida, I think, three times. So I actually done some flying over there. And the first time we went to Disney, I thought, I am not going to like this. This is Disney. This is going to be absolutely horrible. But I tell you what, within the first few hours, I was walking around the park with Mickey Mouse ears on, having a great time. Because it was just something in there for everyone. If we go back again, I want to do the behind-the-scenes tour of their trains. Because I think, from what I can see, I can't remember whether it was there or Busch Gardens that I was looking through the cab, and the steam engines were actually gas-powered. It was one of those once-in-a-lifetime holidays, Anthony. It was, off to Disneyland or Disney World, 3 weeks over Christmas. We spent New Year's Eve in the Magic Kingdom. When it comes to magnets, Seamus, get a compass so you know which is the north and south end of the magnet, and then use another magnet with the opposing poles to remagnetize it. Now, the ones in a ring field, they're probably slightly circular, but they will still have a north and south pole. Yeah, I think in one of the resorts in Florida, they've got like some of his trains. And there was actually a story going around that one of the engines from Donegal from the railway on board Lamona, the Peak Railways, which would have been a 2-foot gauge. There's a story going around that one of them was sold and went to Walt Disney. Now, whether that's true or not, or I don't know, but I've never been able to find any proof of it. I'd be the same, Anthony. I wouldn't really spend that much on a meal, but what are you going to do? It's Christmas Day, Magic Kingdom. And we got to have a dance with Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and Donkey. It's not Donkey, is it Hee-Haw? What's his name? Oh, I can't remember. Actually, as that's drying off, that's actually looking better. I don't think the camera's quite picking it up. There's a bit of a shine on it, but it actually looks better in person than through the camera. Yeah, I knew it was going to be expensive, but you know, it was one of those, what the hell. It was a really strange Christmas day. It was like everyone up at 6, opening up the few presents they had, right, dressed, breakfast, in the car to Disney. Yeah, don't mention Cinderella, Norman. Right, I think I'm going to go over that again, the whitewash, as it is completely dried in. Or I might just make up some new whitewash, make it a bit thicker. Disney isn't cheap, but great memories. Had a great time. Kids loved it. We still talk about it. And because we've been locked down now for the last over a year, we're like, should we just go back to Disney? Should we just go sod it? Let's book a flight. Of course, we don't even know when we can book a flight, when we can travel again. Yeah, well, we've done 3 weeks and went to Kennedy Space Center. That was amazing. Went over to Tampa, to Busch Gardens. That was really good. Are you still with us, Chris? Oh, we've lost another camera. Which one is that one working? So it must be this one. It must have run out of charge. Yeah, battery's died on it. Oh, look at that. We're at the hour mark anyway. Yeah, he probably will be appalled of what's happened to his creation. Yeah, Thomas Land is at Drayton Manor, I think, Carl. I was there years ago. That's actually, oh, it's a long time ago because I was actually living in Bristol at the time. So that's been back in Ireland 15 years or so. It must be 16, 17 years ago. Again, really jealous of you guys were there, everything opening up. You can go to the pub, you can get something to eat. All I'm allowed to do is drive around within my own county, which thankfully Donegal is one of the biggest counties in Ireland, but you can drive around, nothing's open. And if you need the toilet, you're knackered. There's no toilets, public toilets anywhere, everything's closed up. None of our non-essential retail is open at the moment. Bacon Scott Model Village, where's that, Seamus? Hey, Norman, I might be having a moan about it, but I'm not that bothered. There's a lot more people in worse positions than me. You know, I'm fit and healthy at the moment. My family is. We've got food in the cupboard and money in the bank, so. Hi, St. Mary's, how you doing? The good thing about being allowed to travel around the county is at least I can go to McDonald's in Letterkenny now, which I'm not a big fan of McDonald's, but when you can't have it, it's... Yeah, Jerry, I'm very fed up with our lot now. Just can't seem to organize anything. I think everyone's getting frustrated, and I think it'll get to the stage where the restrictions will be there and people will just be ignoring them, and it'll end up getting worse. Yeah, see you, Norman. I'm going to finish up now, guys, because it's 25 to 9. Let's go in, get kids to bed, relax for the evening. Well, I've got to clean up this here first, put all my trains away. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Say video out tomorrow at 8 o'clock, or sorry, 6 o'clock on that Metcalf kit. It's not a demonstration of how it's built, but it's just looking at the kit and some tips on that and how to build it. Back again next Thursday with another live stream for an hour. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button for me and subscribe if you're new here. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you all soon. I'll see you out there on the stream somewhere. Bye, everyone.